Recorded Books presents Alice the Brave by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor, narrated by Christina Moore.
Chapter 1. Hang-ups. A month before I started 8th grade, I knew I was going to have to face something I'd been afraid of for a long time. Everybody's afraid of something, I suppose. Elevators, dogs, planes, spiders. Up to this point, though, I'd steered around it, made excuses. But when Pamela and Elizabeth, my two best friends, said we were going to spend the rest of the summer practically living in Mark Steadmeister's swimming pool, I knew I had to face my terror of deep water. "I'm going to tan like you wouldn't believe," said Pamela. "I'm going to perfect my backstroke," said Elizabeth. Not even Dad and Lester, my brother, knew how frightened I was at the thought of water up over my head. When we went to the ocean, I never went out in water more than waist deep. Hardly anyone else did either, of course, so that was okay. And up until now, whenever the kids gathered at the Steadmeister's pool, one of Mark's folks was always at poolside as lifeguard. I'd sit on the edge of the shallow end and laugh at the guys kidding around over by the diving board, and no one bothered me. But now I guess they figured that since we were going into 8th grade, and Mark is bigger than his father even, the boys could take care of any emergency. Mrs. Steadmeister looked out of the window a lot, I noticed, but she didn't sit out on the deck the way she used to, so we didn't have to wait for her to come out, or for Mark's dad to come home at night before we could swim. We had the pool to ourselves, and that's what made it so scary. That and the fact that Patrick, my boyfriend, was up in Canada and wouldn't be home till the end of August. The more time we spent at the pool, the bolder the guys got, and last time, after a lot of whispering, they'd all descended on Pamela. They'd picked her up in her pink bikini and tossed her into the deep end. Pamela did just the right amount of shrieking and flailing before she swam gracefully over to the edge and climbed out. Of course, there are problems being Pamela, too. She used to have blonde hair so long she could sit on it. When she was in the swimming pool on her back, her hair would spread out around her so that she looked like a goddess on a lily pad. Then last spring, Brian put gum in her hair, and the only way she could get it out was to cut her hair. Now she has a
Sample complete. Ready to continue?